So what is it like to be in a draft with so few draft choices? Were you just like binging shows or anything like that? What were you doing sometimes during this draft, Kevin?
Well, it was actually good because I could, clean up some install tapes for the spring, and you
Spring
know,
cleaning,
you know, I
spring
can,
install cleaning. I had no idea.
we can do a complete playbook revamp,
Right.
change things just for the sake of changing them. All kinds of time on our hands. No, it was good. I probably watched the draft from the perspective of observation mode a little bit more than active participant for some of those clusters of picks in between
Right.
ours. But no, it allowed us to kind of really laser our focus and really identify some guys that if they were there, we were going to be very excited to get them. And that's kind of how our draft went with these five selections, in addition to trading for Sam Howell.
How hot was the phone lines when you're on the clock, 24th overall, Kevin, before you went ahead and stuck and picked?
Yeah, I think Quasey was doing a great job, and Rob and our folks in there kind of we kind of knew we'd be right in the mix there of potentially a team either wanting to come up and maybe select a quarterback, maybe another position. But we also knew we had kind of identified some players, in a cluster there at certain spots that if one of those guys were there, it was going to take a certain amount of capital via the trade to even be thinking about moving. And we fielded some calls, we had some conversations and some good dialogue, and ultimately decided to pull the card and draft Donovan Jackson. And he was one of those players that we kind of went into it hoping he would be there and really see a role and a fit for him on our team that we're really excited about.
Well, after your team played its last game of last season, 9 sacks given up or taken in that game, Kevin, you said we just have to solidify the interior of our line, and you went and shopping at the free agent store in Indianapolis for a couple of interior linemen, then drafted first round an interior lineman. So, I mean, check the box, right? Check that box.
Well, I think it's something that you really look at the way our league is, and it just seems like team after team are being built not only along the line of scrimmage, but in the interior of their O line and D lines, and the teams that you tend to run into later on in the seasons into the playoffs, they're going to have a real focal point of trying to affect the quarterback, and we feel we have and still feel really great about Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill. Now, what I should have said in the moment, in the emotions of losing a game like that, is I thought our team battled to overcome losing one of the best left tackles in football for the better part of 10 games there. Having no Christian Darrisaw, had an impact on all of us. But Cam Robinson comes in and is able to kind of hold it down. We win 9 games. We kind of maybe didn't always see exactly what was going on because the results were coming and Sam was making plays and we were able to move the football, score points, and do the things required to win. But when I really took a step back and looked at it, have we really put the emphasis on matching how we want to play, how we want to impact helping the quarterback from a standpoint of all downs and all situations? Have we really invested in those interior spots? And I think we've had some good players inside there, but we really wanted to go identify guys that were fits with how we want to play, from Will Fries to Ryan Kelly to Donovan Jackson. And we still have Blake Brendel coming back, who got his first exposure to really starting a lot of games last year as well. But it'll be a welcome sight to get Christian Darrisaw back. He's having a great offseason. And I think Brian O'Neill had one of his best seasons as a pro over on the right side. So a lot to be excited about with the Vikings offensive line, but we got to make it come to life, and just got on the grass this week for the first time, and we're pretty dang excited about it.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.